Sucking on my own dick. Yeah, you know I'm sucking on my own dick. Sucking on my dick. Everybody's sucking their own dicks. Sucking on our own dicks. Everybody's sucking their own dicks. Sucking on our dicks. Yeah, you know I'm sucking on my dicks.
All right, Nick is back, and
I'm
he
back.
will not tell me what drugs he's buying
I'm not
on
buying.
mic.
I'm not buying any drugs this weekend.
He's not buying drugs, and
I'm not buying
he's
drug-
back from Baltimore.
I'm back from and New York. I was in New York.
New York.
Recording an episode of Group Chat with Robbie Goodwin and doing open mics.
Now, tell me, Nick, what size apple is New York?
It's the big one.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's been
The Grand Apple. Although I
the
didn't...
galactic apple.
Dude, there was all this shit I didn't know. I kind of talked about this on Robbie's podcast a little bit because we did a two-parter. But did you know that they built a bunch of... Like, I knew that they built the Freedom Tower or whatever. Is that what it's called? What's it called? The tower?
It's called the Twin Towers 2.
No, it's not. Is it called the Freedom Tower?
Yes, it's called the Freedom Tower.
Did you know that also, in addition to the Freedom Tower, they just turned that entire... Like, it's like a little theme park there. It's like there's like a little 9/11. I'm not kidding. There's a Westfield Mall, and it's got like aliens and stuff. Just these happy aliens painted all over it, which in retrospect is strange.
That is strange.
It's very strange. And there's like weird art. And where the towers stood, there are just these gigantic fountains with all of the names of everyone who died. And they're
Is
constructed.
it like Vegas where like it shoots up water in the shape of the towers
No.
and they light them up?
These are not joyous towers. These are very somber towers, and there's a deep pit in the middle of them. And Robbie was like, yeah, they actually constructed it so that from no angle can you see the bottom. And I was like, I really don't know what that means, but I'm certainly thinking about it.
What if I don't jump in? I bet I could swim to the bottom.
No, it's not. Well, this is the other fucked up thing is it's not full of water. Like there's water running through it constantly, but it's very shallow. So if you jumped in, you would fall like 20 feet and just thwack like you would just explode in like an inch of water.
And then they'd have to add another name to the wall.
That guy just immediately starts chiseling. Although there were people throwing pennies into these memorial fountains, and I was like,
Well, yeah, that's what the people who died there, that's what they liked.
that's what they would
You
want.
know, they were bankers. So.
I was like, God damn, trash is everywhere in this fucking country.
I guess that it's just kind of understood anything round in public, you can just throw money in. And presumably something good will happen for you.
Yeah, well,
And that's nice.
It's weird. It's such a scam to get people to just throw them. Because what I didn't realize is like
Yeah, is that money? It goes to ISIS. It's fucked up. It's fucked up, but they get it.
Well, no, like when you see that in like a mall and stuff, the mall, like at the end of the year, the mall collects all those quarters and pennies and it's like, all right, this is money.
And they just
we
give
made.
it to Claire's.
Yeah.
They're just like, yeah, I know. Times are tough.
Yeah, I guess that's on the books. I don't know. Probably not.
Yeah.
Are fountain pennies, is that untaxed income?
Did you just find a new hustle?
Yeah, I'm just going to start setting up fountains just like, yeah, maybe something good will happen. Although something better,
yeah.
This fountain takes $100 bills.
You're gonna become like a world-renowned Renaissance sculptor to make beautiful fountains in hopes of collecting 35 cents.
Yeah.
What a beautiful scam.
Just what a weird thing to teach children. Just like, yeah, anytime you see two marble angels pissing on each other, you have to throw money at them. And don't pay attention to the man in, boots getting it out. I don't fucking know, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna become the hip waiter guy who steals the money. Hell yeah. I do want to say real quick that as this is an official Coward Hour stance, we stand the Bagel Boss guy, and he did nothing wrong, much like OJ.
Well, hang on a minute. This is half of Coward Hour. There's your problem. You have very low information, I think. Have you watched his follow-up interviews? Have you watched the interview where he gets mad at the female reporter just for being taller than him? He answers one of her questions. He goes, and actually, you know what? This interview's over because I'll be honest, I don't like it too much. And then he walks out of frame.
I thought it was very funny.
Oh, my God.
I thought it was a great bit. He's selling shirts. He's not embarrassed at all. It rules.
It's just the man.
He's like, oh, the ideal outcome of my morning happened.
It's
time to capitalize.
It's incredible because the man is just like there's just there's a pure window into his psyche. There's just such a clear, like when he steps that guy, he goes, "You're not my boss or my father or God. You can't tell me what to do."
The three things he fears every time he closes
fears
his
the
eyes.
most.
And I get it. Now, just imagine if your dad was your boss. Oof.
Yeah, that
Or
would
if
suck.
God was your dad. Shit, man.
I know, man. I guess those are all also like when you think of tall people. I guess it's fucked up to think of God as taller than you, but I guess he probably thinks of like he says
That
it like,
would be a strange choice because presumably God can present however he likes,
right,
and it would be weird if he was small.
little God.
Yeah,
Yeah, but maybe
Little
he is.
God,
Maybe I think
you
of
know?
him as like the Great Gazoo or something. You know, popping up. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I think it'd be funny to have a little like 2 foot tall God with a big belly that you can tickle, you can scratch.
Yeah. That's what, and he's not a dick. He just shows up. He's a trickster.
He's giggly, you know.
He's giggly, and he's there to guide you. And if you mess up, he's gonna poke you a little bit and tease you.
Oh, he pokes you for sure. It's hard.
The way he said, "You're not my boss, my father, or God," I couldn't tell.
It's like all three of those things did something to him that morning.
Well, that's what I couldn't tell if he meant like those are the only 3 people I respect, or these are 3 people that I intend to kill. You know what I mean?
If the bagel boss kills God,
Yeah, if the Bagel Boss just goes on like a preacher-esque journey to kill God, to kill Jewish God.
that would be sick. If just his next interview, I mean, I can't imagine he's doing interviews past this week, but his next interview, he's just building a rocket. And they're like, "What's that for?"
He's like, "I'm going up. I'm going right to the source of my problems." Dude, what do you mean it's gonna? Dude, I guarantee you, he's gonna go on Rogan. The Bagel Boss is gonna be Andrew Yang's running mate.
Man,
When Yang
it
does
is
get the
wild.
nomination.
I feel like small men's issues are actually entering the discourse in the most retarded way.
Yeah, well, entering the discourse in the sense that everyone is agreeing that they're stupid.
Well, yeah, and Twitter is entirely just making fun of him for being small. But I was listening to like Kurt Metzger's podcast this
Oh,
week.
yeah.
They were talking about heightism. It was wild.
I mean, look, it's some real. But here's the thing: it's some real shit, and this is where the conversation gets uncomfortable because, like, heightism is real because of like just completely primal responses to mates. You know what I mean? Is that wrong? I mean, you would know this better than I would.
No, I mean it's the same way that like
You see a sick person.
It's the same way that saying like skinny women with like boobs and butts is like a primal response. Where like to a woman who isn't those things, you know that's uncomfortable to hear.
Yeah, for sure. I
But,
do a checklist every time I meet a girl. I do a checklist in my head of boobs, then butts.
I
I
make them
sure she
stand.
has.
I make them stand profile.
Yeah.
and I shine a light.
I have a doctor's flashlight.
I
take a
inspect
speculum.
all women like they're Alfred Hitchcock. They walk in from the side.
That's so funny. She's got to have all of her butts.
She has to have both of them, both butts.
Both butts.
This is how I speak.
Yeah, man. I love a damn titty.
Me, the only thing I love more than a titty is when you see that other titty.
Is when that
That's
other-
slightly better.
You see the first titty and you're like, all right, when's this other shoe gonna drop? I'm waiting for that other titty, and sometimes that other titty don't show up for a few minutes, and you be like, what the fuck is this bitch doing? Showing me
This
one
bitch
ass
got
titty.
one titty.
This bitch showing me one ass titty. Like, I know you got the other one.
Man, this is all the podcast
bitch
is going to be
talking about-
eventually.
This is bitch talking about she don't want to play her hand too soon. Bitch, I can see the titty. This is not good. This is
It's fine.
talking about don't show him all the titty. All right, sorry. I'll stop. It's just funny to talk about something that has never happened as though someone's imparting just age-old common wisdom on you.
Yeah, because like Def Jam comedy is all based on like very relatable
It's
premises.
super broad and super general. So when you talk about bitches out here just showing one titty, something that has never happened.
Something that has perhaps never occurred.
Just like, She'd be like, bitch, what about the other titty? She's like, not on the first date.
Yeah, she has the first one out at dinner.
Talking about this
But
bitch.
the other one,
Talking about this bitch a Christian.
man, I took this bitch home. I took off her shirt. One of those titties damn pixelated. In a damn blur.
She says she won't unpixelate the titty till I put a ring on that shit. Talking about, come on, man. Man, you know you broke when you live in a one-ass titty lifestyle. I got no insurance. My shoes done busted up. And my bitch only give me one of the titties. All right, I'm really
The
sorry.
pussy doesn't even factor
The
into
pussy
it.
does. Yeah, he's not.
He's completely disinterested in the pussy.
You're like, what about the pussy? He's like, the what?
What
are you talking about?
He has never heard of one. It is just not part of his wheelhouse.
I'm sorry.
The pussy?
The pussy? He said. I'm sorry that I keep doing Def Jam voice. I know that at some point.
Well, it's because we were cutting together the best of episode. And to do that, it's just sitting there like skipping forward 10 seconds. It's just us doing like a different black guy voice.
So many aborted impressions.
Yeah.
Where we were just like, well, maybe a little too hot.
Yeah, I cleaned up some of the clips where like I cut out some of me bombing, like me half doing an impression and then you just staring blankly at me. I'm like, all right, well, I can make it sound like the thing after camera.
Do you think that my blank stares come across? I almost want to like supply a visual guide, like for when you're listening to the podcast, what my face is doing when Brendan tells a story.
Yeah, there's that. There's the one where like you're kind of covering your mouth in horror.
Oh, yes, I know. Mm-hmm. I think there's a couple of those on the best of episode.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh,
it's wild that like there were a couple things cutting that together where like I was listening and it was me telling some sort of horrifying story and I couldn't remember it happening or me telling it.
Maybe your brain is just like freeing up RAM. The minute you get it out, your brain's like, all right, we got over that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's backed up. We can go start forming new fears.
Yes, it's literally backed up on the fucking podcast. Holy shit.
I was thinking about the other day, like
It's so funny that this podcast is like annex storage for your mind.
Yeah, for just like my personality, so that if I ever change, there will be proof that that I used to not be good.
It's like you want to play. It's like you're ready to play Final Fantasy 15, but you've got to delete all of your Call of Duty save files.
I was imagining a vignette, if you will.
Oh yeah,
where it's it close up on me. It's like a Kubrick zoom where it's like close and then it's slowly zooming out, and it's just me. I'm 90 years old, and it's close up on my face, and I'm weeping. And then we pull back a little bit further, and I have headphones on. And we pull back further, and I'm in like a rocking chair in like a nursing home room, and it keeps panning back, and I'm begging them to stop playing it. And then it zooms past, and there's two nurses, and the one says, "What's he listening to?" And the other says, "His podcast."
Well, have you seen? It's like that. Have you ever seen that video of like that 90-year-old guy who's basically catatonic, and they play music from his youth? And he like breaks out of catatonia. He starts like he's not dancing. His body is too far gone to dance. But he basically starts like recoiling and shifting, trying to show pleasure. Mm-hmm. I imagine doing that to you when you're 98, but you just let out an unearthly scream. Because like dementia had almost like
I just shed a skin.
Yeah, like a snake. You're just like ah. Because for you, dementia will actually be a sweet release. Just like, oh, it's so sad. Grandpa Brendan can't remember anything about his life.
And I'm just smiling.
You're just so happy.
I'm just looking around, grinning. Like, up. Who am I? Oh, great. That awesome. What? There's breakfast?
Your grandkids are trying to show you pictures from your past to like, remind you of who you were. And you're like, no, please.
Grandpa, you used to be a comedian. No.
Oh my fucking God, dude. You're gonna be a really funny old man.
I think I will.
I fully realize oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I think I'm gonna be one of those old men in the nursing home who fuck.
That happens. That doesn't happen in nursing homes. It happens in retirement communities.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
to fuck in you have to be like Cool Hand Luke to fuck in a nursing home. You've got to like avoid spotlights and nurses.
Yeah, I have to thwart the warden.
Yeah. You're just going full One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest because you want to fuck a woman who doesn't even know where she is.
It just becomes Silence of the Lambs. They walk past my cage and I throw cum vaguely at someone. I think it's a woman. I don't know.
They put a mask over your dick.
Yeah, my dick's in a little fucking wheelbarrow.
Yeah. Your dick's like... Oh,
Hell yeah.
Fuck, man.
Just
Yeah.
imagine, because like my dick looks easily 100 years old now.
Do you think... is that true?
No, I mean, I'm exaggerating a little bit. But like I'm 27. My dick looks 43.
Your dick or your balls? Because the balls tend to look
My
old.
balls actually aren't that bad.
You have youthful balls and an old dick?
I don't have youthful balls, but I have like high balls, you know?
What, they don't hang that low?
No, yeah. You know, I wear supportive underwear. I keep them reined in.
You really?
I do, yeah.
Like, for that? They make
Not
underwear
like
for that?
no, not like prescribed underwear.
Oh,
or anything.
okay.
Just like boxer briefs, you know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm imagining your doctor looking at your balls like, we got to get those boys up. These boys are low.
I sentence your balls. We're throwing them in jail.
Yeah. That's cool. Because it really depends on the time of day, the mood. Because sometimes my balls will be, I know so little about my dick and other people's dicks. The way that I guess I criticized girls in high school for being afraid of their own vaginas, I'm a hypocrite because that's how I feel about my own dick. I'm just like, I don't
Did you
really...
criticize them spokenly?
No. I guess I should clarify. It was a thing that
Hey,
I noticed.
Jenny, I hear you're terrified of your fucking hole.
Well, there was a girl, my friend Kate. She was like, her and her boyfriend would always have sex, but she didn't masturbate. I was like, you don't masturbate? Because we were talking about sex before. And she was like, no. She's like, I would never touch my own vagina. And I was like, what? And then I knew like a couple girls like that where they were like kind of scared of their own pussies a little bit. But here's the
okay.
thing, and in my head I was always like, that's fucking weird. But just because I touch my dick doesn't mean I'm not afraid of it constantly. I am. I don't want to like.
The more I touch it, the more fear I grow.
I don't want to. My dick and ass exist in this incredibly private, puritanical space where I don't really acknowledge them unless I have to. Mm-hmm. It's really weird.
I've seen you tense up when people start talking about their dicks and ass,
I don't like it.
especially the ass.
I don't like talking about the ass and what it does.
No,
I really hate it.
it primarily does poor things,
Yeah.
just bad choices for it to do.
So anyway, but yeah. So my balls. Sometimes my balls are all up there, and sometimes they're just just letting loose.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put it like that.
You ever sleep on your side naked in like a hot room, and one of your balls just starts melting like ice cream over the side?
No, my balls kind of. Does one of your balls hang lower?
Yeah,
than the other?
the right one is a little bit lower.
My balls are evenly matched. My balls are neck and neck.
Well, one of them will win. Don't worry.
I hate that. I think I want to get them removed. I don't know. They're just unruly. Because everything else about like the male, I think it's my least favorite part of the male form, right? Because everything you can keep everything like
Yeah,
everything,
like if you were a Greek statue, no balls, definitely.
no balls. Because I don't mind the dick. Because the dick is there. The dick is pretty solid. But the balls are just they're like little. I don't want to use the word free radicals, but they're they're not uniform with the tightness of the rest of my body. They're just fucking they're unruly. I don't care for them that much.
No, they're not great.
But I do
agree.
want testosterone.
Yeah,
so I can't get
like
rid of them.
if it could come from somewhere else, like if I could have a little bag in like my elbow, like,
Right.
one in each elbow, and that's where it comes from.
That's interesting. I want
Or
to
the small of my back, just somewhere.
I want to go to a plastic surgeon and just be like, look, can you put my balls inside of my body? I just want everything to be, I don't want there to be anything, I want everything to be uniform and like clean.
Do you remember your balls dropping? I can't remember, like, because they say that like they drop.
Yeah, when you're little. Yeah. No,
Yeah, but I don't remember my balls ever like being higher.
So your balls never do the thing where they retract and are just in the
I mean,
nice
they do now, but I don't remember them ever like changing in that way.
You always had long hanging down balls?
I think so. Well, have I told you about the testicular torsion?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I told that on the cast before. But, my balls have always swung proudly.
Uh-huh.
And for that, I will not apologize, no matter who writes in.
Yeah, dude. free your balls, I guess.
Look, this is a body positivity podcast. Pretty centered on one area of it. It's true, but we're on the right side of history on this one.
Oh, we will be. Especially when men reclaim their throne. That's happening, right? I don't know. Like
What now?
Not what? Got me. I'm having some more of this water.
Okay. You want to pause for a second?
No, what? You want to pause?
No, I mean, we don't have to pause. I wasn't saying pause like I thought you were taking a minute.
No.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, we were talking about your dick looking old.
Yeah, it looks old. So I imagine by the time I'm 80, it's going to look 300.
I don't understand how it looks old now.
It's just like, it's just ugly, I guess.
Yeah, it's a dick.
But I feel like it used to be pretty. Like, I used to get dick compliments. And not, granted, that could just be because it's not big, so they need something to say.
They got to say something.
Yeah.
They got to make conversation.
Yeah, there's a lot of awkward silence while I'm willing myself to get hard.
That's when they were saying it?
I'm goofing around.
Oh,
but,
okay.
Your dick's not that hard, and you're like, hold on, just give me a second. And then, what do you do then? You're not going to look at your phones.
Yeah, I mean, that would be really funny. If the girl was like, oh, yeah, just let me know when you're ready. She just, was tweeting.
My buddy, I'm not going to say his name, but I had a buddy who his girlfriend, she would, when they would fuck, if she got a text message, she would make him stop, and then she would look at the phone and respond, and then put the phone back down, and it'd be like, you can keep going.
Oh, my God, that sucks.
Yeah, right?
Although, to be fair, I've definitely done some distracted things during sex.
I just disappear deep within my own mind.
Which is not advised. For
Yeah,
you
it gets dark in there.
I told the story when I was in Baltimore. I just did Eric Glazer's Top Secret show, and he brought me back on stage to tell the story of the time that I tried to have a piece of pizza while I was having sex with a girl. Mm-hmm. Which didn't work. The cheese and pepperoni fell onto her back, and then she pulled her face out of the rug. Because there's no way I sound good in this story. Basically, she lifted her face out of the rug where it was because we were fucking on the ground, and there was a table at my waist level, and she looked back and she saw the pizza on her back, and she was like, "What the fuck?" She made me get out of her immediately. Of course she did. What else would she do?
Jesus Christ, as soon as you finish, you'd better get out.
No.
You better clean my back
She
off.
was done. I wanted that pizza so bad, man. This is when I would still smoke weed and fuck. Mm-hmm. And it was right there. We didn't finish it.
Yeah, I wish that I could enjoy weed, because it does make coming good.
I don't know. It makes it last longer, but it also kind of when I come when I'm really high, I get kind of freaked out at everything leaving my body.
Yeah, you do. You're like, what if I need that later?
I'm just like, my sons!
You see all the ghosts
Yeah.
fluttering out of your stream.
All of my ancestors appear before me, and they're just shaking their heads.
See, back when I used to smoke weed, I would jack off, and it would just turn into this weird, dark time travel exercise where I would be thinking about each woman I had ever fucked in a row.
Oh my God!
It just getting dark and thinking
Just like
about
a carousel.
just like a carousel. Yeah, imagine it. It's Don Draper hitting the photos. I'm in the back, just panicked, jacking off. and then when you finally come, you're just like, ah!
So you fully don't even enjoy the orgasm.
No.
That's a fucking disaster.
Because almost all the sex I've ever had, it's not happy memories. It's me looking back, just I shouldn't have. That was weird. I didn't know her. Why did I? Because now I have a very Catholic view of sex.
Yeah, we
where
know.
I'm oh my God, that wasn't special.
I mean, you just got to have some good casual sex, I think,
Yeah, maybe.
where nobody gets hurt.
I guess. I don't know. I might just dig in and ride out this weird ethos I've developed for the next decade or so, see how it goes.
Okay. All right. Well, you saying that, you can tell it's a bad idea. The way that you say it, you're like,
Yeah, I mean, what's irony? What's sincere? Who can tell anymore?
I mean, this is where I live. Welcome to my world, dude. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that is a very Nick Oldershaw move. Sarcastically saying one of your flaws, but then also
Exactly what I-
winking. So then you're like, that was a lot of double negatives.
Yeah, dude.
Is
Well,
he
I just
proud of it?
Look, I'm trying to. It's like a flashbang. I'm trying to. It's like I'll meet you in the middle. I'll admit the flaw that we both see in me, but I'm not. Don't ask me to not disorient you as I do it because I can't fully give it to you.
The many masks.
Dude. Well, yeah, I mean, kind of. Sort of. No, I'm an open book.
I can tell. I'm
Just
looking at
in a
your
language
aura.
that I made up.
Yeah, you're an open book, and it's the Voynich manuscript.
Oh, fuck. I don't know. I don't want to talk. I shouldn't talk about my date on the pod. I think we agreed not to do this.
I think we did.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to do it then.
All right.
But it was good. I don't know how
I
to feel
decided
about
to get a date this weekend.
it. You got it. What do you mean you decided to get a date?
Well, I decided that I said I should go on a date this weekend, and I downloaded 3 apps, and I wrote myself a little bio, and I swiped for hours, and I sent out a bunch of messages, and then just like 1 hour went by where no one had responded, and I'm like, and I just deleted all of them and threw everything
What do
away.
you do? You have to. You gotta wait a minute.
No, but what if someone doesn't respond immediately? Then that must mean no one wants to be my wife forever.
Brendan, we got to find some way to get you back in therapy. We need to get your sessions back. I don't know if there's coupons. We need to figure out maybe if we can go on like Honey something.
At
like
this point, my best hope is that one of those like online therapy sites sponsors the podcast,
oh, that would be incredible.
and then I can start using their service that I can do testimonials.
just on the app.
Yeah.
That's what my roommate does. She sets it up like she's gonna do a cam show. I had a friend over and he saw her set up for her online therapy session, and he was like, "Oh, do your roommates like do cam shows to make money?"
Damn, a tripod is weird. I would just like,
A tripod with an iPhone on it is weird.
yeah.
That's for porn.
That's for something dark. No
Yeah.
one has ever shot anything of value.
It's for porn or like hostages.
yeah. Porn or Al Qaeda.
Yeah. Al Qaeda. Yeah, that's wow. That's a throwback. Is Al Qaeda still fucking kicking around? I feel like ISIS really ate their lunch.
Yeah, that's true. But I bet there's still like one holdout.
Yeah, there's people who still stand by Al Qaeda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like people who are like, no, I'm a classical liberal. It's like, that's not really what we're doing.
They're the Jordan Petersons of Muslims. They're just like, what was wrong with the bloody system we had in place?
We took them into caves. We cut their heads off. He walks into the cave.
made
and there's,
sense.
There's heads everywhere. He's like, clean the bloody cave.
Clean your damn cave, please.
It's so funny that Jordan Peterson only eats meat and just cries in public all the time now.
I know he's
It's
been
so
crying.
sick.
He's been crying way too much. I saw some videos of him crying a little because he used to do those webcam shows where he would like respond to incels and he'd go, "It's just bloody." When I meet these young men who have lost their way, I'll tell you, it's more than I can bloody take. And now he's just crying about fucking everything.
I
Like,
know. It's 'cause
How are you gonna only eat meat and be emotional at the same time?
Yeah, if you're going to eat only steak, you're committing to a certain worldview.
You need to go full stoicism if you're eating only red meat.
Yeah.
Like John fucking Wayne.
Man, John Wayne fucking rules.
John Wayne was a retard, but
That's true.
his movies rule.
Particularly the Emperor.
I love the Emperor. He
So funny to die for that movie. To die for the movie where you still in a Texas accent am Chinese.
But dude, it's not even just in a Texas accent that he's Chinese. He's like reading the lines off of cue cards. There's this incredible scene, it's on YouTube, where he's just he's like looking into the camera going, "But mother, there will be dancing and drinking. Just to this horde of fucking, like, with a horde of Mongolian, like, army in the back of him. Like, it's so funny.
Was it like was it actual Mongolians or was this like the 50s? So it's all
Definitely
Italian.
not.
Yeah, it's just all.
Definitely not actually Mongolians.
Yeah, Italians subbed in for a lot of races during that era of Hollywood.
Oh, yeah, dude. Old Iron Eyes Cody. Mm-hmm. The most famous Native American actor of all time was a fucking wop.
Yep. I really think that Native Americans should get back in Italians by just doing a mafia movie.
Yeah, there should be an all. I feel like that's a. Now that you've said it, I feel like I've seen a DVD of that somewhere. Just like Native Americans in fedoras. I think that I'm probably conjuring this, but maybe that's how good. Maybe that's how good.
You've
the
seen
idea
so
is.
many movies that. I mean, honestly, you talk about movies so much. A lot of them could have been dreams, and I wouldn't know.
Dude, I fully. That might be what's it? There's some that's called something. It's like crossbleed or something where like movies blur together. I have that all the time. I swear.
I'll forget. I dream shit all the time, and I forget that it's not real, and then I'm like telling it to someone.
You do what?
Not just like Hold on.
Have I tipped my hand? What do you mean you dreams? Is this how you get away with telling people dreams? Because you've criticized me before. You're like, don't tell me a damn dream, Nick. But you just play it all. You just convince yourself that it happened to you.
No, I'll just like I'll think something. Like I'll dream a fact and that someone told me, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, Nick was telling, not you specifically, but I'll be like, oh yeah, this person was telling me this fact, and it's like not true.
That's an incredible way to win debates. Just like you cite all your sources in the dreamscape.
Yeah.
Just like where did you get all of your data on like the short inequality, like the wage gap for short men? Just like, Brendan, where did you get this info? It's like an eagle whispered it to me when I was on the Great Plains.
I climbed a high rock and I closed my eyes.
And the data came to me.
Damn. I love absorbing intel from the spirits.
Yeah, dude, sometimes where do I get all my sources from? The damn ether. Mm-hmm. I just look up the Milky Way and say, bless it upon me, dude.
It's true.
Yeah, man. That's crazy. Wait, how often does this happen?
I mean, who's to say? Every couple months.
Can you give me some examples of things that were dreams?
That's the thing is, no, I can't, because then it immediately leaves my brain forever.
But after you've said it to somebody?
I think so.
This is so
You're really making me
crazy.
question myself.
Well, yeah, you should be questioning yourself.
No, it's just like as I'm saying, I'm like, oh wait, that's a dream. Never mind, that's not true.
Oh, okay, but do you commit to it or do you let the person
No,
know?
then I just change the topic and feel weird.
That's so sad. It's not sad. It's fucking insane.
Well, what are your dreams like?
I don't know. I've been having very normal. I used to have crazy dreams all the time, and now my dreams are literally just like they're mundane. It's like me in 7-Eleven. Nothing's even that different.
You in paradise. You got your wings.
I've got my buffalo wings, my crispy wings. I've got all. Yeah, that's what the dream is. Like I'm in 7-Eleven, but I'm not limited by my checking account to only get 7 wings. I'm just ordering all the wings. And then as I walk out the door with like 30 wings in my arms, I'm just like, wait a minute, this could never happen. And
I love that your diet is all sleepover foods.
When I treat myself, when I'm having a sleepover, I buy a lot of groceries. Mm-hmm. I've been eating a lot of wheat bread. That's my
plain wheat bread. My treat.
Yeah, I'll be like, I've really been eating healthy lately. I'm just like scarfing down wheat bread at 1 a.m. Just like, this will keep me.
This is really gonna keep my stomach from bursting.
Yeah.
Nick only eats FEMA rations.
I'm preparing myself.
Why do you think I got a trunk full of MREs?
I know. I was stunned when you were like, get a bottle of water from my closet, and I was like, there's only sparkling water. You're like, look a shelf down, and I was like, oh, we're decked out. Mm-hmm. We're just decked out in like parachute and like.
Well, did you not? I guess you weren't here for the earthquakes.
No, I was in Baltimore for the earthquakes.
Okay, yeah. The first earthquake happened. I'm like, oh, that's pretty crazy.
Oh my god.
And then the second earthquake happened, like way scarier. And then I was like, oh, well, tomorrow the earth rips in two, so I should have water.
California, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, look, if California ripped in two, water would not be an issue for you. There would be a lot of water everywhere.
That's true. But, I'm the one who prepared, so I would quickly be speeding away,
Right. Using your sparkling water as a raft.
I have other helpful things. I have rope. Who knows what I'll use that for? Perhaps to hang myself.
I was like, that rope is going to be for. It's funny that you're like, I probably shouldn't get a gun, but you're out buying rope.
You got to have lots of nice rope.
As bad as a gun for you.
You know what they say? There's no background check on rope.
I know that's kind of fucked up, isn't there? For you, there should be a background check anytime you want to buy anything for you.
Like, what is this? Domino's?
Just, Mr. Crick, we can't sell you this bottle of Coca-Cola because you could choke on it.
Sir, we've been listening to your podcast, and it appears you are touched, and we do not allow you to do commerce.
Yeah, you get put in capitalist timeout. You're just not allowed to buy or sell goods.
I'm still going to work. I'm still getting a paycheck, but I can't. I have no card. No one will let me withdraw.
That's so funny.
I'm starving, and someone walks by and they say, "Look at the number." And they show me the balance. I'm like, "That's a nice number." And they're like, "Say thank you." And I say, "Thank you."
Holy fuck, that's so fucked up.
Can I have food today? Goodbye.
Brendan, you still get to participate in capitalism, but we've limited your privileges until you can learn how to behave. You're just talking to the king of Wall Street. He just has a giant desk. He's like 30 feet tall. You're kneeling before his desk.
The president of money.
Yeah.
I'm imagining
Brendan.
like a man. He looks like not any particular president. He just looks like a old president, and he's painted green like the Bills.
Yeah, you're kneeling. We're like, no, sir, you can't do this. He's like, listen, Brendan, we've been over this. I'm God, your boss, and your father.
It's true. We got to get him on the pod.
Dude,
We got to get Bagel Boss.
I'll have him on the, but like,
Well, I need to position myself as like
you got to be a reasonable short man. But here's the thing,
he thinks he's MLK. He's not. He's the Malcolm X of short men. I'm MLK.
Malcolm
And
X
I don't know exactly what that means.
Yeah, Malcolm X is the better short man. Malcolm X is the better of those two, in my opinion. You're the more reasonable one. You're the one who gets stuff
I'm the
done.
more peaceful one. You know?
You're going to die later. That is true. He does have a by any means necessary vibe about him, the Bagel Boss.
Yeah. Like, he's going back with a gun. I so desperately want to know what happened before they started filming.
I don't know. You can watch other videos of him confronting people. He was uploading these on his own.
Yeah, I mean, clearly he's a lunatic and wrong.
Yeah.
I got to say that. But, like, on Twitter, the lady, she was just saying, like, this man was going on a sexist rant. And then you watch it, and it's like, well, I don't know. This is rude.
Well, no, because he was saying he just brought up dating apps for no reason.
Yeah, which is such a funny way to open.
Yes, it's weird. It has nothing to do
But
with
she was
the
saying
issue
he
at
was
hand.
like she was saying he was sexually harassing the female employees or something. There's no footage of that. I want to know what he was saying.
Oh, here we go.
Like if he had been like if there was footage of him being like, "Nice tits, bitch," and they're like, "Oh no, thank you, sir," and then he's like, "You fucking broads."
You're all the fucking same. Telling me I should die. It's just like, oh, we just asked you not to talk. I'm at work. I don't want you to talk about my tits. It's like you and every other woman on Tinder wants to kill me.
He thinks he's on Tinder. He
thinks he's on Tinder.
He can't tell what's his phone.
I don't know why the fuck I keep coming to Tinder. The bagels are terrible. This app stinks. He's amazing, but here's the thing: he would probably still see you as an enemy because to him, you're a tall man.
Yeah, he's 5 foot.
He's 5 foot on the dot.
Or maybe like I don't know. Maybe I'd feel threatened of him because like when I'm on the rare occasions that I'm
It's
on
like a reverse alpha.
Yeah, it happens like once a year when I'm on a show with a man who's shorter than me. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, it's like your identity is being short, and this guy comes in and he's like, you're not fucking short. You think you're short?
Yeah.
You'd feel like you were doing short face the whole time, dude.
Well, I was talking to someone about this whole Bagel Boss thing, and they were asking, they're like, they're like, do you and little people, like, do you share a cause? And I was like, I think I'm like white passing for little people.
You are. You have passing complexion for little people.
Yeah.
Because you're
I'm
not.
I'm the light-skinned of midgets.
Because, dude, like, dwarves would look at, like, you wouldn't be down with dwarves. Or dwarves wouldn't be down with you. They wouldn't, like, embrace you in the community.
Yeah, they'd see me as, like, they'd see me as like, exaggerating my...
Wow, but here's what's fucked up. You have no community.
That's true.
You're a man without a country. Oh, this is not a good thing to add to your psyche.
I'm gonna get a fucking tri-corner hat. I'm loosening up.
Quaker-ass Brendan, dude.
Man, I can't wait to start my
I can't wait for revolutionary
homestead.
Brendan.
I almost said plantation by accident. I
You don't
definitely
wanna go
mean
plantation.
homestead.
No, you got
Homestead.
You need to get yourself a little deck out on the prairie and just start like cleaning a gun.
That would be nice for me. I should buy a plot of land in like Utah or something. Just build a deck there.
No house, just
no
a
house,
deck.
just a deck. I sit there. I spit.
Have you ever seen Days of Heaven?
No.
They just live in a house. It's not the desert. It's just like a giant field as far as the eye can see, and there's just a house in the middle of it. And for them to go into town, they have to like get on a motorcycle and ride 20 miles. It's great.
That sounds great.
It's awesome. I want to live there so bad. A plane crashes and 2 clowns get out, and the clowns stay with them for like a week. It's awesome.
That sounds delightful.
Yeah.
Man, I want to live in the damn woods.
We got to get us a prairie house.
It's true.
We could do this podcast from the prairie.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, we could... I want to do this podcast only from pirate radio, like, over the border.
Do you want to do it do you want to actually be on, like, in the sea, or do you want to, like...
Yeah, in the sea, I think.
Yeah, if... The only thing this operation is missing is a fucking...
Is a vessel.
Is a vessel.
Yeah.
We got to get nautical.
Mm-hmm. It is L. Ron Hubbard time.
Imagine Carrot Hour, but just, like, with radar at all times. Just, like, constantly bleeping, just, like... No, that's it. We should do the podcast.
We do
from
need a lot of
submarine.
whirring gauges and meters going on.
Yeah, we need to constantly. It should be like a shitty ship. We need to constantly like be running around fixing things as we're broadcasting.
Yeah, we're bailing out water, screaming.
Yeah. Like we go to a sponsor and just like one of the just like water starts pouring in through one of the windows. All the pipes burst.
Hell yeah.
That would be sick. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would. Because there needs to be some way that we eventually die as we're podcasting.
Or it's like us on a rowboat and we're podcasting, and halfway through podcasting, I look over and you're just a full roast chicken dinner.
That would be amazing.
Mm-hmm. And then you look over and I am. And then we just podcast like that, as 2 chicken dinners.
That would be amazing.
I think it'd be nice.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
You're like telling the listeners all right, now don't let on that I think Nick would look good between 2 slices of sourdough bread. You're like saying it into the microphone. I'm like, Brendan, I have headphones on. I can hear the scheme that you think the listeners are privy to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then the microphone is just plugged into the sea.
Yeah. No. And we don't have a podcast. That's the other thing. There's no podcast.
What if we've
at this
never
point.
had a podcast?
I keep waiting for that to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I keep waiting to like come out of a coma just with like a full beard, 40 years old, no family. This is
How
a
are
fear
you
I've had
older than now?
because I'm living out a life that I didn't get to have, and then I'll have to like piece together what my actual life was.
Oh yeah, what do you think it was?
Ah, fuck, man, I don't know. Sometimes I get like this. I really get.
Was there
like,
ever a moment you almost died that you probably died?
all the time? I have like 5 of these.
Uh-huh.
Do you know how many times I should have overdosed on drugs and then I woke up the next morning like, whoa, didn't see this coming. Mm-hmm. I did not see being alive this morning.
Yeah, or how many times you just fell asleep with the engine running in a car?
I did that a lot too. Mm-hmm. You know that I did.
Yeah. And everything's felt a little bit dreamlike since that day, hasn't it?
I also had this crazy theory for a while that like and Dom shares this. I'm like, yeah, every time you die, you just automatically like shift over to the tangent reality where you just like go. That's why things have like gotten weird in our reality. Is because I've done this like 5 times and I'm on Earth like 257 at this point.
Mm-hmm. I guess that would make sense.
Yeah, you just like sliding doors into your alternate life.
Damn, this sucks. I wonder when I died.
I don't know that you did.
No,
I think that this
is prime me.
Yeah, there's no like all the other Brendans are like doing great. They got wives. Mm-hmm. They're 5'8".
Yeah, if I killed myself, then I would wake up tomorrow a doctor.
Yeah, actually, you should try that out.
Yeah, you know.
No, don't do that.
No, it's okay. I'm gonna cut my wrists, and what's in there? Whirring gears, pneumatic tubes.
Why do you think that's the case?
You know,
Just in this reality, that's fun.
I don't know.
Yeah, I always thought it was weird, like in those, in the Avengers movies. Like anytime the movie talks about like there are like multiple realities, but then it's always just like exactly the same. Like every time a movie talks about a reality where like anything can happen, it's like, oh, there's still gravity. Does that make sense? Does that make sense at all?
Yeah, like it should jump over reality, and the Hulk has a funny hat.
Right. Something. Well, no. It's like anytime somebody talks about like alternate dimensions, like you cross into an alternate dimension, and everyone is just like it's just like screaming fish. Right. Like that's the entire population of Earth is just, and like the sky is purple or some shit. But it's always like just regular ass Earth.
That's good.
I guess. I don't know.
I thought of an idea the other day for a show. Mm-hmm. You remember the show Sliders?
Yes.
Sliders. It was on like Sci-Fi where
Oh yeah.
every day they warp over to a new reality where it's like their world but different, and they have to keep warping and hoping they eventually get home.
Right.
It's basically Sliders, but every world is also 9/11. So it's like, oh no, it's dinosaur 9/11. Oh no, it's the Nazis won 9/11.
Yeah, the Nazis won World War II, and then just for shits and giggles also did 9/11. Mm-hmm. just like, we need a new holiday. So they just blow up
No, it's the 9/11 where kids are in charge and adults go to school.
That's the most fucked up 9/11. And that 9/11 just happened because a child was flying the plane. He was like, oh no.
Kids can't fly planes.
Yeah, their feet couldn't reach the fucking, like he couldn't see over the window.
Can you imagine how furious you'd be if you got on a plane?
It's
also
also
a damn child.
It's also because all the children are drunk. All the children are just, kids run the world and they're just drunk 24/7.
Man, being a drunk child, that's aces, if you ask me. That's about as good as it gets.
Yeah, dude, I did that when I was like 6 or something. I just drank a glass. My dad was drinking gin, and I thought it was something else. And I just like drank it like downstairs, and then I was fucked up. I was like a 6-year-old boy.
Damn. I was thinking about going to church this weekend, and it made me remember like just how fucking amped I was about that wine.
Wait, you were gonna go where?
I was gonna go to church, and then I remembered like when I was a kid getting that communion wine, because if you're like 80 pounds and you do like a shot glass of wine, you're like drunk.
Will it get you fucked up?
If you're a child, yeah. I mean, not if you're an adult, but like you're not gonna be like drunk, but
that's why they gave the wafer to soak
you're gonna
up.
feel it for sure.
Damn.
I got tested this weekend. I was getting brunch, and it was at this restaurant I go to alone all the time, to the point where I walk in, they go, table for one, which I think is very rude, even though they're trying to be nice.
That is not good. No. This is dark.
So I go in, I'm eating brunch, and
What's this restaurant?
Centani Tuscany.
You love the Italian, yeah.
Yeah, it's good. But they just like brought me a mimosa and sat it down on the table. And they're just like, a mimosa on the house. And I'm like, please no. Please take it back.
Oh, my God.
What if I just downed it and started crying?
I have a feeling
This is what you did to me.
I have a feeling that people in the back were placing bets on whether or not you were an alcoholic. And they were just like, go, see if he accepts this. I guarantee you somebody got $10 the minute they saw you turn it away.
Yeah, that's probably it.
That's totally what it was. They were trying to gauge exactly how close, how far into your spiral you are.
Mm-hmm. Do you ever go to sit-down restaurants alone? Is it weird?
I have never done that. I don't know.
I do it so much.
I can tell you it is weird. I think most people would be like, going to a sit-down restaurant by yourself alone is weird.
I do it
It's like
so often.
It's like a thing in movies that is made. It's like a trope where like the guy's going to a sit-down restaurant alone, and that's weird. It's unhinged.
Well,
You do it a lot, don't you?
I do it at least weekly.
Well, That's a lot.
Yeah, well, I want to eat. What am I going to invite someone else?
Yeah, invite someone else.
Hey, I guess that would be simple.
Invite Tim. Tim loves fucking Italian food, dude.
Tim doesn't like to do plans.
I agree. Take Tom. Brendan, reach out to somebody. Brendan, there are so many. Hit up Tom. You think Tom wouldn't go to these fucking places? You have so many friends out here, and you do not reach out to them at all.
What if they said no?
Who cares? Are you kidding?
I am kidding.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't matter. You know it doesn't matter.
No, it's truthfully, it's not like a social anxiety thing. It's purely just like this is how I've been operating for so long that it doesn't even occur to me to like do anything different.
Oh man, you're just in a sea of red flags.
Man, yeah, I'm gonna be a real fixer-upper for whoever comes along next.
It is true. At least you recognize that.
I've been doing a lot of work on myself.
Yeah, for sure.
Yesterday I did. I went to the gym. I hit the sauna. I did like a half hour of guided meditations,
That's great.
and then I ruined it all by going to an open mic.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, I'm very good at ruining my own good time.
Yeah, why would you go to an open after like working on your like guided to go from guided meditation about finding inner peace to an open mic. Absolute
It kind of
nightmare.
worked though, because I was at the open mic, just like none of it matters.
Well, that's actually awesome.
Yeah, that was fine.
There should be more. Yeah, you should do that more often.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, man. I did so much comedy while I was on the East Coast. I need to get back into the swing of it. It was really, man, it was so nice to just like do well.
Oh, yeah,
Just
I
like
bet.
do well on booked shows
Mm-hmm.
and just like have the respect of people.
Oh, I bet that's nice.
It was super nice. New York was awesome. Robbie and I had a fucking blast.
Mm-hmm.
It was weird. I did this joke at the Creek in the Cave. I ran into this guy who I knew doing comedy. I'm not going to say his name. I knew him doing comedy in Baltimore. And he told me that he stopped for like 5 years because I recognized him. I was like, hey, man, it's Nick. He's like, I remember. He's like, we used to do Dave Shover rooms together. And I was like, yeah, what a nightmare. He goes, no, those were great rooms. He goes, I loved Dave. He was talking about some show that we did at the Stables, literally to 4 people, which universally, everybody else involved in that show remembers it as a nightmare. I was even saying, I was like, oh man, that show at the fucking Stables, that was such a trainer. He was like, that was a great show. I was like, I still talk about that show, and I was like, all right.
Ugh.
So and he was like, how long you out here for? I was like, I'm leaving tomorrow, New York. He's like, next time you're back in town, I'll put you on my show. And then he watched my set at the Creek, and I got off and I did my joke about if there was a show about me and my friends, it would be called Comedians in Cars Living There, whatever. And I got off stage, and he came up to me and he showed me his phone, and he had texted. He goes, he texted somebody, and the text said, idea for a YouTube channel, Comedians in Cars Living There. And I was like, oh man, that's so weird. I'm like, is this like an old text? Did we like have the same idea, like parallel thing? He's like, no. I thought it was really funny, so I just texted it to my friend so I would remember it. But it said idea for a YouTube. I was like, and then
Are you going to produce my bit?
Are you showing me that you're stealing my bit for a YouTube channel? He was
That's
like,
a
anyway,
bold play.
anyway, man, great to see you. And then he like hugged me goodbye, and I was like, what the fuck just happened?
You just became a producer.
I was like, yeah, I guess. Very weird guy. I mean, God bless him. I hope he is figuring out everything that he wants.
I was imagining I was watching the trailer for the new like Comedians in Cars.
Yeah.
And I was imagining because Eddie Murphy's on the season,
Oh, is he?
them just like getting pulled over because Eddie Murphy is a trans prostitute in the car.
She just like pops out of the back, but they're in some fucking like obscure like they're in like a PT Cruiser or some gay shit.
yeah, they're in like some Jeep from Korea.
Yeah, they're in a car that was like discontinued by the Australian military or something.
Yeah. Man, cars fucking suck.
They do. I mean, like, the cars are they're aesthetically, they're kind of cool. I can appreciate, like, the artistry of muscle cars.
Yeah, like I like cars look cool, but like
Yeah, they look cool and they go fast.
they
My
look
two
cool
favorite
and they go
things.
fast, and that's nice. But like I've tried really hard to keep my car nice the last year that I've had it. It's covered in fucking scratches and shit. People hit it with grocery carts.
Yeah.
Like how could you buy a nice car? Like you'd have to constantly be getting it fixed.
You don't drive it. When you have a nice car, you drive it. It's like collecting anything, but it's so much more expensive. The whole like you buy and granted,
I see people driving Chargers all over Burbank like daily.
like new Chargers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's true. Well, they probably have the fucking money to get it fixed up. If
Yeah, I guess.
it does because I've number one, I'd never buy American. I would like American cars are such a fucking nightmare to work on, and they don't run that long. I'll always buy Japanese. My cars are purely utilitarian for me. I don't fix scratches. I don't renew the registration.
You don't pay the tickets.
I don't pay the tickets.
Look, as long as it gets me from point A, to point B. I don't put gas in it.
I don't put the gas in the car, all right? I run the car.
A lot of people think you need gas in the car.
No, you can run the car. It can stay on E for you can drive for like a good 30 minutes before it just up and gives up.
The goal is to drive a car so terrible that if it runs out of gas, you just take the bus.
I mean, you saw my car. My car had literally started to be reclaimed by nature.
Yeah, spiders were overtaking your car. I love how like you decided so early that it was like unsalvageable.
Yeah, I was like, I can't fix that car.
Like,
Well, no, that's not what happened.
It's parked.
I lost the keys to it.
Oh yeah.
I lost the keys to the gas cap because when I drove across country, I stopped in Austin, Texas. I had lost my gas cap at some point because they were like, I was like filling my car up with gas, and I ran inside to get something from a gas station. This was like in Arizona. And these ladies behind me were fucking honking there, and they were like, move your car. So I was like, all right, Jesus fucking Christ. And I ran back out, and I drove off without putting the gas cap back in. So I didn't have a gas cap for my car. So then I stopped in Texas. I guess this was actually, no, it could have been Arizona because Arizona comes after Texas when you drive. Anyway, doesn't matter. I stopped in Texas to see my aunt and uncle. And I was like, I got to get a new gas cap while I'm in town. And she's like, well, we need to get you a gas cap that has a lock on it with a key, so that way no one can siphon your gas because you're going to be living in South Central. And I was like,
The classic LA problem.
Siphoning gas out of parked car. Also, I had a fucking driveway when I lived in, like, it wasn't, but like my aunt was really pushy. She's like, no. She's like, I'll pay for it. I won't hear it. We're going to get you a gas cap with a lock on it, which was a fucking nightmare because now it's like, if you lose the key, and they're not keys that you can replace, if you lose the key to that gas cap, guess what? You can't put gas in your car. So that's what happened. Before my car finally got towed away, I was just like, for months, I was like, where the fuck is the key to the gas cap? Because I couldn't put any gas in it. So I couldn't even, like, get it to a place.
I didn't know any of this.
Yeah, dude.
You're just telling me, you're like, yeah, I'm not really into cars.
I tried to make it like Buddhist. Yeah, I was like,
you motherfucker.
I think I told somebody that I couldn't find the key. It was just it was such a thing because then you have to explain why your gas cap has a key, and it's just like, no. It's complicated.
Why is your gas? My aunt's racist.
My aunt was racist about where I was living, and but also nice because she was buying me a gas cap, so it was a real catch-22.
Yeah.
So look, I couldn't find the key. After about 3 weeks, I was like, somebody will get the car. I was like, the car won't be. If there's one thing I know about the passage of time, it's that things don't stay the same forever. That car will be gone eventually. It's gonna lift itself like the Lorax and return from whence it came.
Mm-hmm. All we had to do was like spray paint it pink and put one of those pictures of a whore on the side.
Just say that it was like, just turn my car into an advertisement for the back page, and the police will be like, all right, that's nobody can touch it.
We gotta let that be for some reason.
I do love that the vans advertising the illegal prostitution service are just like, nope, the police won't go near them. Mm-hmm. It's the most illegal thing. Like, they don't have license plates. They're parked illegally. They're advertising whores. The police should be on that.
Yeah, you'd think. It seems like and I've tried just out of curiosity. I wasn't going to do it. I've gone on the URLs on these cars. They do not go to a website.
Well, I think they did at one point. I think the reason why they left all the vans around is because the service shut down, and they did much like what I did. They're like, fuck it, we'll just leave it there. But they've been there forever. Mm-hmm. Like, they've been there for almost a year.
And they move them around, kind of.
Yeah. What are those vans? There was one of the vans they started to like, where you could see into the back of it. They had been like reassembling the seats in the back, and like there was like a cut in half couch in the back of the van. It's like, what is going on in these fucking vans, dude?
Mm-hmm. Damn. One day, that's another industry we're gonna take down someday. The illegally parked whore vans.
Look, we're for the whores, but please clean up your bloody vans.
Mm-hmm. Well, one day I'm going to be walking home from 7-Eleven. I'm going to grab my trusty crowbar. I'm going to bash in the window, and I'm going to free those whores.
You think that they're in the vans?
I think they're in there. And it's hot in there. It's summer.
You're just gonna be fucking like pulling skeletons out, just skeletons in pink bikinis. Like,
Also, there's
a
a new one of those cars, because I noticed a new angle on their business where now now you can cam with the whores before they come over to clean your house.
I do like
Which,
that.
like, yeah, like if I were a John, I would like that idea of like we can meet up over Skype.
So I can be sure.
Yeah.
Do you think that these women fuck you, or do you think they actually just clean your house?
I think
they definitely fuck you for a price.
I think they clean your house nude. I think that's how it goes.
Right, but they don't.
Because I remember looking this up once because I was curious.
I feel like there's definitely a secret menu where they fuck you.
Oh, of course. I mean, we went to a strip club and a stripper gave Tom her number.
But that was not to pay for sex.
That was absolutely to pay for sex.
It was to pay for sex? I thought that she liked Tom.
She did like Tom. That's true. Tom's a charismatic, handsome guy.
But if you're good at something, you don't do it for free.
Yeah, it was a prostitute.
Maybe with a heart of gold.
No, I'm not saying she's bad. I'm just saying she's what she is. That's not all she is. I'm sure she's a mother.
I'm sure she's a single mother.
Yeah. She gave her number to Tom, and she said, if you pay for it, we do anything.
Is that really what she said?
That is what she said.
That's amazing.
On Christmas Eve. What a rough Christmas Eve for me and Tom.
I thought you guys had fun.
We did have fun, but kind of dark overall.
I wonder what those prices are. Well, I can't be wondering this on the air.
Well.
This has been one.
Yeah, this has been one. If you know the prices...
Yeah.
Actually, don't tweet that out. Don't tweet that.
Oh, yeah, no. I mean, post it in the Discord, but
Yeah.
do not tweet it at us.
Yeah, join our Discord. All right, that's
shady,
it.
faded fucker, so rock the G's. See a lady, make a baby, lead her on in peace. Only time I give a fuck is for my own release. That's why I own these streets. Straight up, portfolio showing growth. Fuck a pay cut. Yeah, you know I stay slut. Catch me in the spot, looping up for the self-suck. Oh fuck, I busted already. I'm coming bucket so heavy. My dream of cream coming steady. Now my mouth open, I'm ready. I'm talking solo heavy petting on a Friday night. That talking bashing the bishop, more like Nantucket's delight. I'm taking all the time I need to do it.